So in this video, I will present part 3 of the longevity secret hidden in nature, and we will talk about to live forever young. Can we do it? I think yes. I think I propose the answer to quite many problems what mankind is facing now. Depopulation and degradation of nature and everything. So let's go. So, as always, I recommend you to download presentation as PDF file from the link in the description. Then you can get access to this source information. Maybe you don't understand some terms, and you can check also, click on it, and make your own research. So in the past, humans didn't consume vegetable oils with polyunsaturated fatty acids, but only animal fats with saturated fatty acids. And polyunsaturated fatty acids can be easily oxidized and react with proteins, producing toxic products. Lysosomes are main digestive organelles in our cells, which contain hydrolytic enzymes to break down waste in the process known as autophagy. We can ignite it. You know that in particular, eating mushrooms can help to ignite autophagy. Our bodies don't produce enzymes to digest oxidized polyunsaturated fatty acids. Therefore, waste accumulates in lysosomes as lipofuscin, suppresses autophagy, and slows down the rate of metabolism in mitochondria. Deposition of oxidized polyunsaturated fatty acids in the wall of arteries makes them thicker and less elastic, and macrophages are trying to clear out debris in the wall of big arteries, but fail in it and turn into form cells and become dysfunctional, leading to plaque formation and progression and release of inflammatory signal molecules. I was talking about this, but you can go to my presentations or maybe go to the Google it, and it is quite known. So it leads to hypertension, and hypertension can damage the blood vessels in the eye and in the brain, and so it's in particular, you can see it quite clearly in hypertensive people as this red eyes. Also, accumulation of lipofuscin in skin is also visible as age spots, very common. Okay, aggregates of cells overloaded by lipofuscin in skin are known as age spots. This is what I was talking about. If not removed, such cells accumulate, ignite local inflammation in the cell, and promote senescence of neighboring cells, generating a feedback loop that accelerates aging of skin and other tissues. So it is in skin we see accumulation of these age spots and lipofuscin, and organs we don't. So, but again, you have to take care of it, I believe. It's a chronic use of, so I have developed some enzymes, artificial enzymes, which removes age spots and rejuvenate skin, also slowly. Yes, why slowly? Because blood circulation in skin goes slowly, and then, but age spots, at least on my skin, disappear. Cross-linking collagen with sugars and oxidized polyunsaturated fatty acids leads to chronic extracellular matrix stiffening, and has been identified as a significant factor that limits lifespan. So according to this theory, stiffening of extracellular matrix gives the maximum lifespan which is possible by only 120 years. So if we want to live up to 1,000 years, we have to do something with it. Potentially, microbial enzymes can help to destroy this cross-linked collagen and slow down or even reverse aging. I tried to get financial support for mass production of the microbial enzymes to cure atherosclerosis and hypertension, and also extend the life expectancy and improve health of the old people in developed countries, but failed to find investors. So it works for me, and it worked for some of my clients, these enzymes, and I believe that it's also a way to destroy this cross-linking collagen, but again, it needs money. It's every research needs money. I invested quite a lot of my life savings in it. Unfortunately, life went not so nice, and I lost this investment, even it was very considerable money. And okay, so what we have. So this is how this atherosclerosis develops. It is the deposition of oxidized polyunsaturated fatty acids as so-called oxidized low-density lipoprotein in the walls, not on the inside of the arteries, but inside the wall on small blood vessels. And it is a little bit confusing, this picture, but it has to be understood that this is accumulation of these plaques inside the wall, and it is here. It is like small blood vessels in the big arteries, and then this plaque develops inside the wall, not near the or inside of the artery, but inside the wall. Okay, so let's go. Over time, the arterial walls get thicker and lose elasticity because of accumulation of this oxidized low-density lipoprotein, and it leads to the development of atherosclerosis, hypertension, and chronic hypoxia in tissues due to reduced oxygen supply. Cardiovascular diseases such as including atherosclerosis are a leading cause of death globally. Again, it is, to my surprise, nobody is interested to cure it. I propose, and these my enzymes work perfect, but how to get money, how to get investment. So I was thinking to produce a few kilo of these enzymes a day, invested quite a lot of money, and but again, it's because of custom regulations, I cannot send these enzymes to European Union, and also I lost this ability, my investments, and I cannot produce it now. It's quite many reasons, but again, if money will come, I can organize it here, but nobody interested to live longer. At least officially, governments and medical professionals are not interested. So lifestyle changes can slow progression of the atherosclerosis and improve symptoms of hypertension. However, medical professionals believe that atherosclerosis cannot be cured or reversed once it develops to late stages. This is what they believe. Yeah, again, it works. It works. I am not a medical professional. I propose a cure, but no, it's not for medical doctors. Another organelle involved in the breaking down harmful substances is a peroxisome. So it is primarily involved in the metabolism of very long-chain fatty acids through beta oxidation rather than removing cellular waste in the similar way lysosomes do. So the buildup of oxidized polyunsaturated fatty acids and cross-linked proteins is also accelerated by declining this dysfunction of lysosomes, and then also declining of these enzymes which our body produces, proteases. Okay, so hypertension is the main cause of brain hemorrhages, while the bleeding occurs within brain tissue, making it the leading factor of death from this type of stroke. Again, there is a solution, nobody interested. So what I used, Dr. Aubrey de Grey proposed in 2003 to use microbial enzymes to slow down aging and development of the age-related diseases. So good idea, but again, progress in this direction was very limited till 2018, when I started production of these advanced microbial enzymes to cure atherosclerosis and hypertension, and I used this remedy on myself, and my blood pressure have been reduced from 120 to 80, which is considered normal, to 89 to 52 millimeters of mercury. Then again, two volunteers who supported my project and participated in the research So they tried, they had hypertension, they tried remedy in doses 1-2 gram a day and reported abrupt sharp reduction in blood pressure already in 2 months. So again, how I did it, so I was keeping from year 2015, I was keeping bees, honeybees in town. This is the Asian honeybees, Apis cerana, name Apis cerana. They are very different from European bees, but they're also honeybees. Very nice. I love them. But okay, so I was growing them and collected these honeycombs and used these honeycombs to produce my remedy. And interesting that again, potential of this remedy is huge because the bacterial enzymes they can even break polyethylene. Polyethylene is very stable, but they can break even polyethylene. So accumulation of microplastics also kind of toxic substance which is accumulating in our body, and with these enzymes, this microplastic can be removed from our body. So, but again, it works. Okay, it works. It's easy to produce, relatively easy to produce, but again, people are not interested. So this is the result in 2024. So it depends on my activity. If I measure soon after waking up in the morning, it is like 34. The difference between systolic and diastolic pressure, it is so-called pulse pressure. It is like 34, and or little bit already. If I am more active, it is like 37. And pulse and resting heart rate is 53, so it is not bad. So and I was talking already that with pulse pressure is the difference between systolic and diastolic blood pressure. We can estimate the biological age of our arteries. And if I have 33, like here, like 34, so you see it is probably my the age of my arteries was like 45, and when I was 67, so it's quite considerable rejuvenation of the blood vessels. Okay, and also heart rate is related to mortality of all risk mortality of all factors. So if it is for men, if heartbeat rate, resting heartbeat rate is below 60, and I have below 60, it is very low mortality. Again, it includes incidents, accidents, some traffic accidents maybe. So it is cannot be zero, but again, if you live in safe environment, then the mortality risk is very low with low heartbeat rate. Pardon. So I propose to mimic the diet of long-living mammals such as microbats, bowhead whales, and naked rats. That is consuming animal fats, proteins, and prebiotics such as chitin and resistant starch. I was talking in previous chapters, previous part 1 and part 2. Mushrooms can be food sources of chitin, not in difference from insects and krill. The food of bowhead whales. I propose to use mushrooms. Mushrooms also very healthy, so it's easy to buy in Thailand. It is about $3 per kilo, affordable. So, and when uncooked potato starch is taken with ascorbic acid in portions every 4 hours, it also works as senolytic and absorbent of toxins and secondary bile acids in the colon to remove them with feces. But again, it is quite a lot of potato starch, up to 100 grams daily, and with up to 50 grams of ascorbic acid. So it's not easy, but again, if I don't take it, I am just falling apart. So already such persons, relatively old, 68, and accumulation of senescent cells go very quick in my body. So if I don't use this schedule, I mean, if I don't take a few portions of this potato starch with ascorbic acid, with a lot of ascorbic acid, then I'm just falling apart. So I have my metabolism drops, and I have my mood is changing, and so I don't want to do anything. So it's like, again, I feel myself much older. But if I take these portions, it works as senolytic, and it's fantastic. It's so much better. So butter again, I always recommend to eat butter as much as you can, and it is the best source of butyric acid. Butyric acid is fantastic substance. It helps not only improve health of your gut, but also of your brain, in muscles, everywhere, and organs. So sour milk, yogurt, whey protein, and eggs can be used as sources of healthy fats and water-soluble proteins in older age. So I would recommend red meat is, yeah, I eat red meat, yes, right. But again, better to get the protein and fatty acids and healthy fats from these sources, from eggs, for example. While NACMO rats use bacterial fermentation of starch to get necessary amino acids in older age, we may consume industrially produced amino acids, and also I propose to incorporate monosodium glutamate instead of to replace table salt and improve gut health. It is somehow monosodium glutamate is demonized, that it is not healthy. It is healthy, but you have to consume monosodium glutamate together with taurine, amino acid taurine, and together with monosodium glutamate. Glutamate, or the glutamic acid, is an important part of the antioxidant oxidant glutathione, which your body produces. So it's, again, mushrooms are absolutely so healthy. You can grow them yourself, or you can buy it. It depends on prices, but in Thailand, I was growing high quality of mushrooms, oyster mushrooms, and it is so much better. So much better, I feel so much better. And again, people who don't want to consume red meat, why not? Why not to use mushrooms? They are good. They provide relatively good protein source. Supplementation with monosodium glutamate increases gastric juice acidity. So one more factor. So why you have to take it, and improves protein digestion. Amino acid monoammonium glutamate. It is actually which is glutamine, source of glutamic acid. And it is reaction amino acid monoammonium glutamate, which is named not glutamate but the glutamine. Glutamine is a result of reaction of ammonia with glutamate. Glutamate, it is glutamic acid. Glutamic acid is reacting with ammonia in your gut, in your muscles, and then it is moving this ammonia to liver, and then liver removes it from your blood and transfer it to urine, to urea, and urea is removed through urinating. So again, it is so much important. This glutamate is important to transfer to glutamine, and glutamine is a carrier for transporting ammonia via bloodstream, particularly from the gut, including the colon and muscles, to the liver. Again, this is Hong Kong people, Chinese people consume a lot of monosodium glutamate, and they live the longest. So it is a very important part of the diet. Replace table salt with monosodium glutamate, and you will see the improvement. So the glutamate, monosodium glutamate, for example, helps to improve integrity of thin layer of epithelium cells lining the inside your gut to prevent harmful substances and bacteria from entering the bloodstream. Okay, so you see, monosodium glutamate is important. But again, if butyric acid is very healthy to improve integrity of the epithelium in the colon, monosodium glutamate is helpful to improve health in the thin intestine. not in the colon, but in thin intestine. So both glutamate and glutamine also may contribute to maintaining proper mucus production and secretion by the epithelium cells for additional protection. Also very important part. So glutamate, in form of monosodium glutamate, for example, can indirectly support macrophages and lymphocytes function, including helping them carry out the immune surveillance effectively. Okay, you can read it. It's again, it is the fact. Hong Kong people consume up maybe 15 grams of monosodium glutamate, and they live the longest. In mice, topical application of sodium glutamate stimulates growth of blood vessels and increases hair growth in dose-dependent matter. Okay, so this is just how hair grows, how fur in this mice grows with topical treatment by glutamic acid and actually glutamate, sodium glutamate. Actually, and you see that blood vessels are growing inside the skin. So if you consume monosodium glutamate, then blood vessels grow also in your guts and everywhere, also in skin. I apply a monosodium glutamate solution to my hair, and I think the hair grow better. So, but again, it takes time. If it is 2 weeks for mice, for you it can be 2 years. I don't know, but it should work. Glutathione, it is a natural antioxidant, main antioxidant produced by your body, and precursors of glutathione are including cysteine, glycine, and glutamate. Again, glutamate. You need glutamate to produce glutathione. The amino acid cysteine is crucial for synthesis of glutathione, and as it provides a sulfhydryl group, so sulfur, that is essential for its activity. And taurine is another sulfur-containing amino acid that can be synthesized from cysteine or converted back to cysteine. So it is again concentration of taurine and glutathione are reduced in older age. So and taurine deficiency might drive aging in humans. There is such opinion and actually confirmed by observations and measurements. So supplementing with taurine up to 6 grams daily can increase glutathione levels in the blood and protect cells from oxidative damage in conditions of chronic inflammation. Of course, you have to care not only reduction of this chronic inflammation, but also about cancer cells. So you have to use combine supplementation of taurine and cysteine with some senolytics. Okay, it has shown promise in slowing aging in worms, mice, and monkeys, and extending their healthy lifespan. Both taurine and glycine promote sleep and release production of human growth hormone during sleep. So if you want to grow muscles and avoid development of sarcopenia, it just you have to use taurine supplementation. Okay, so you see that this slide the concentration of taurine is dropping in every mammals and in humans including, but supplementation, at least for rodents, supplementation extends lifespan, not only average lifespan, but also maximum lifespan, both in male and female. Okay, what else? We need senolytics, certainly in old age, and fisetin is a flavonoid found in certain plants that possesses various biological actions, including antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, anti-cancer, anti-aging properties, and so it works as senolytic, in particular. It prohibits energy production in malignant cells by blocking glycolysis in the cell's cytoplasm. Fisetin reduces wrinkles and smoothes the skin by enhancing the elasticity of the extracellular matrix, which is like a miracle. And according to Mayo Clinic protocol, people should take oral fisetin at the dose of 20 milligrams per kilo of body weight. So it is 1.4 gram for women and 1.5 gram for men, 2 days in a row with 1 month break in between. So it's recommended. High doses will not help, but the limited bioactivity of fisetin is a drawback. Bioactivity can be improved by certain oils, combining fisetin with coconut oil, olive oil, or fish oil, or butter. No. Also, fisetin works better as senolytic if taken alongside with nicotinic acid in mega doses of ascorbic acid. Again, ascorbic acid works as senolytic. Okay, so fisetin, you can read. So, conclusion. By learning from nature and focusing on a modified carnivore diet supported by specific gut health boosters and supplements, we can create an environment in our bodies that is primed for long and vibrant life. Yeah, it can even extend radically. I'm not talking about extension 1 year or 2 years. It is ridiculous. I'm talking about life extension 2,000 years or a few hundred years. Again, it's and what I propose, it is kind of revolution. Yeah, I believe that it is a kind of revolution. Of course, problem is that I have to prove it, and I have to live 1,000 years myself, so then people would believe me. Now you see, I even with confirmed results of curing hypertension, I cannot find money. I cannot find any support from official universities or whatever. I applied many universities. Nobody, no reply. Even if it is the leading cause of death in developed countries, people don't want it, don't want to invest it. So it shows only that medical professionals are not good people. Okay, I believe that it is so. Pharmacy and medical industry are kind of how it is. It's satanism. So I may say it is not to cure people. It is not to help people. It is to produce money. It is business. Okay, business to keep people sick and make them sick and be sick. And I don't use any help of medical professionals already 25 years, and or if I used it, I was so stupid to allow the vaccination against rabies, and then my blood pressure went up so much, and I am recovering slowly, but it is not yet completely recovered to what I used to have. So, again, if some people avoid consumption of meat from ethical consideration, but it can work for them too. So, because this protein, red meat as source of protein, can be replaced by mushrooms and amino acids produced industrially by bacterial fermentation of carbohydrates. It will make even cheaper. Mushrooms are a little bit cheaper than meat, especially beef meat, and amino acids cheaper even than pork, compatible with chicken, even less than chicken. So, if you can calculate the dry weight of protein in chicken, for example, amino acids available produced industrially are much cheaper, like 3 times cheaper than meat. So you will save money if you change or if you replace at least some part of meat with amino acids, and I will do it. I do it myself. I consume essential amino acids every day. So then an intake of uncooked potato starch with mega doses of ascorbic acid in a few portions daily is an important part of the diet. Again, guys, if I don't do it, I am falling apart. In my age, I am getting so many problems with accumulation of toxins and this chronic inflammation created by senescent cells. So I have to keep senescent cells, suppress them Yeah, this is at least maybe not a senolytic, but a xenomorphic. Xenomorphic, it means to suppress activity of the senescent cells. This works with ascorbic acid. I was given the mechanism in my previous presentation, previous video, so it is the fact. But mega doses of ascorbic acid, not 200 milligram as it is recommended by medical professionals, up to 20 gram, maybe 50 gram of ascorbic acid a day in every 4 hours. So fermentation of starch, again, if you take potato starch, some of this amount of this potato starch may be digested in the thin intestine, and it is not good. It will be converted to glucose, so it is not good idea. So, but combining potato starch with ascorbic acid, ascorbic acid suppresses the digestion of the starch with breaking starch to glucose. But then it can go to the colon, and fermentation of starch in the colon to short-chain fatty acids and also vitamins may provide 15–20% of energy. And while ascorbic acid protects against infections, it's well known, but megadoses, and works as a mild laxative, senolytic, and anti-cancer supplement. Okay, guys, you see, it was proposed by Linus Pauling a long time ago, but unfortunately he lived only 97 years because his doctor recommended this vegetarian diet, and he was following vegetarian diet, which is a big mistake. So this is why I never trust any medical professional. But so you need a lot of amino acids, you need proteins, and eggs are the best source of protein. Eggs with mushrooms look fantastic, and it's absolutely delicious. And I was growing mushrooms myself and also producing free-range eggs and eating a lot of this scrambled eggs with mushrooms. So it's absolutely delicious, and I love it. I eat also meat, but so it again. But if you eat meat, then digestion time can be up to 6 days, and then it is producing toxins. It is so unhealthy if you consume only meat, red meat, let's say. But if you combine it with mega doses of ascorbic acid works as laxative. Then you purge your guts and maybe go to defecate maybe a few times a day. But also it is producing some gases. I mean, fermentation of the starch in the colon produces some gases. So if you have to decide what is okay. Gases, okay, if you follow the 1 meal a day and I eat late afternoon, I don't think it is a problem. So gases are produced during my sleep, but I sleep alone. So it is not, and they are not stinking. They produce also with hydrogen. Hydrogen is very good antioxidant. It's absolutely fantastic gas. It goes through your blood, and it works as antioxidant to reduce the concentration of reactive oxygen species such as hydrogen peroxide. So it is again, and it is. I spend so less money on shopping for food, and cooking is so easy. I will make a video probably later about how I cook these mushrooms with eggs. It is so easy. Everybody can do it. It takes minutes only to do it. Okay, I buy eggs. But then blending of these eggs with mushrooms, it is so easy, and then anybody can do it, anybody. And again, considering that a big part of the energy produced by fermentation of the very cheap starch, you're saving money. I spend more money to feed my pets than on myself. Okay, so you can go to the source of information. Please mind that I am not a medical professional, so my recommendations, of course, different from officially supported opinion of medical professionals. I never trust medical professionals. Absolutely, 25 years I don't visit these general practitioners, and I don't make any test. The only test what I make test of the blood pressure. That's it. All the rest, I think it is absolutely useless. Why to spend money on it if you can spend more money on going for fitness, for swimming and sauna sessions and enjoy life. Yes, it's again, if you will consider all my proposals in connection to problems what we have in developed countries, I propose solution to many problems. So it is whatever. Ask me, and I can teach you how to grow mushrooms. I can teach you how to keep free-range chicken and to produce high-quality eggs. It doesn't need big areas. Of course, you cannot do it in the city, but already in an urban area you can do it, especially in the countryside. And absolutely, and it's fun. It's fun. When I did it, I enjoyed it. It's a lot. Unfortunately, my life changed, and but all for better. All for better. I have more time to go to the research. I think research is done, and but again, it's up to you to trust me or not. Up to you. Some of my friends tell me that if I will live more than 130 years, they will believe me, but they will not see it. So let's see how long it will take for other people to follow me. I have some clients who trust me, especially after consumption of these advanced enzymes and removing this problem of hypertension. And they do it, and they report big improvements in the health. And also, even some my clients support my project. Of course, I would appreciate if millions, or if not billions of people will follow my diet. This would save our humanity from extinction. Because what we facing the problems with artificial intelligence, robotics, and the change of climate. It is changing, but again, it is different from official opinion. It is changing, but actually climate is changing. But I'm not. It is not getting more problem, but it is actually what is problem. It is that people, farmers, use a lot of herbicides and pesticides, and when I moved here and I started to keep in bees 2015, it was so easy to keep bees. Now bees just dying. There is so much herbicides and pesticides are farmers spray that bees cannot survive. And I used to have 40 beehives. Now it is only 4. So okay, guys. So degradation of nature go so quick, and I don't know. It is, I have such impressions that we live in the end times, and how many people will survive these sad times, I don't know. But if you follow my advice, and I believe that it will help, and that you will save money. You can produce your own food. You can live a healthy life with no need in doctors, no need in medications. Okay, have a wonderful day. Ciao, ciao.